This video is a demo of a new educational feature of Java Inventor that lets you graphically build programs by dragging and dropping in blocks of code to construct simple animations. So I'm going to start by creating a new project. I'm going to call this project My Studio, and I'm going to choose the Javi Studio application type and click OK. So this will create my new project, and I'll go ahead and click Open. And instead of opening in a traditional IDE view, it's opening up in our Javi Studio view with an empty scene. So I'll start by saying Select Actor. This will bring up the Actor panel, and I'm going to choose Duke to get started, and I'll click OK. So this drops the actor Duke into our scene, and I'm just going to position Duke up here. And then I'll go ahead and select the code for Duke, the instructions for Duke. And we see that by default we have a main method and an act method. So I can start by putting in a move in the main method, and it'll just, when the scene comes up, it'll just start executing all the instructions in our main method. So in fact, we might want to put in a simple loop here. And so each time through the loop, we'll have it move by 10 and show a frame. And in fact, maybe we'll go ahead and change this to 99 so it'll get across the screen. So just with that, I'll go ahead and click OK. And there goes Duke off the screen. So I'll go ahead and close this, and I'm going to get rid of these. And instead of using the main method, I'm going to take advantage of the act method that gets called once every time for every frame of our scene, and does an automatic show frame for us. So in here, I'm just going to tell it to turn. And so here I'll hit play, and each time in the animation, it just tells Duke to turn. So we have a spinning Duke. So we're going to close this, and then I'm going to go back to our scene, and I'm going to select another actor, and this time I'm going to choose the car and click OK, and it'll plop the car in there. And I'm going to go ahead and position the car off to the side down here. And I'll click on car, and for the car I want it to move across the screen, and each time it moves I want it to get a little smaller, as if it's going down the going away into the distance. So I have it scaled down by 1% each frame, and I'll just hit play. So now we have spinning Duke and the car running off the screen. And then, because I want my car to not just disappear, I'll go ahead and put a conditional in here. And I'll say if x is greater than 600, then I want it to scale back. I want to reset the scale. And then I also want it to move back by 600. So this should effectively reset everything as it gets to the end of the screen. So I'll go ahead and hit play. And so here's my car running off the end of the screen, and each time it does, it gets reset. So now we have a continual animation. So this is kind of the extent of the intro version of this functionality. But one really interesting thing is how we've been designing everything, and this is actual coding. But if we click from the actors list here to the project, we see the more traditional view of what we've been creating. So if I click on the scene here, and let me pop it back, then we see that what we did is we added an actor, and so we added Duke in there, and then we added the car in there, and we have the positions that they were added in. And then for Duke, it has got the main method, and Duke extends actor. But the important one is the act method, where it just does the turn by 10 degrees each time. And then we see for our car, it has the act method with the move by 10, scale by 1% down, and then reset is x gets over 600. And so again, if we hit play, this actually runs our compiled application, and we get the same thing. And this has been a demo of the Javi Studio graphical code construction feature.